Alright guys, this is my first video on my channel. I'm going to be doing an oil change on my 2018 M3. Let's get started. We're going to pop the hood and then I'm going to show you guys what you guys need. I got a 17mm socket and a wrench. You're going to need a oil filter. You're going to need the oil filter removal tool. You can find it on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. And I decided to go with Motul. It's gonna get pretty hot here in Cali in a few months, so I decided to go with 5W40. They used Motul in my car when I got my crank cup done, so I decided to stick with Motul with this one. It's really your choice, but you're gonna need some gloves. And I picked these up on Amazon. I actually got 3 of them for like $30, but as you can tell, it's like really bright. And they're honestly really helpful, so I really recommend these. I'll put a link down below too as well. I got this one from AutoZone, I believe. It was fairly cheap, but it's nice and deep, so the oil can't really splash up. I got some cardboard down there just to get any spills if there is any. Hopefully not. Alright guys, so now I'm under the car. I got my 17mm wrench, and I'm gonna start undoing the oil drain plug. When I do this, I'm gonna do it very slow, and I'm gonna apply pressure upwards just to help the oil not come out as soon as I loosen it all the way. Now I'm gonna start by removing the oil filter. You're gonna want to do this pretty slow, because once you do it really fast, then oil is gonna start dripping out through the sides. So just try to do it slowly. Alright guys, so now that you got the oil draining, you're going to want to remove your oil filler cap. I'm going to take this one out. This. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply right here and grab this O-ring off. And then you're going to want to remove this top O-ring right here. Like so. Open up the bag that's included inside the filter. Got your O-ring for the bottom, your O-ring for the top, and you got your oil. Install this here, like so. Just make sure it's seated inside correctly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some of the oil that's inside of the housing around this O-ring here. This is very important. You want to lubricate this. Just grab a little bit of that. Just apply it all around right here. Let's apply the filter on there. Kind of pops in place. Before you install the drain plug, make sure you use the new washer that comes inside the kit. It's going to look like this. And remove the old washer that was on the drain plug itself. When you're installing back the drain plug, make sure you do it by hand first. Just because I've heard of cases that people try to use the wrench right away and they end up stripping the threads on the oil pan. You're gonna want to have a torque tool. The torque for this is 20 Newton meters, which is about 14.5 foot-pounds. So there's 14.5. Got my funnel right here. This is optional, but I really do recommend it, just so you don't spill everywhere. As you can tell, I cleaned out the housing a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the oil, the new oil, into the oil filter housing. For the oil filter, you're going to want to torque it down to 25 Newton meters. And that is 18.5 foot-pounds. Now that you got your oil filter cap torqued down to 25 Newton meters, you're going to want to fill up your engine to 6.5 liters. Alright guys, gonna finish putting in this last liter. I'm gonna put it down to, this whole thing is 1,000 milliliters. You're gonna want to put up to 500. Looks about right. Now you're gonna want to install your oil filter cap. Let's go ahead and remove the funnel. Alright guys, I have now filled all the oil inside my car. I tightened down and torqued the oil filter cap. I tightened down and torqued the oil drain bolt. And I have emptied my old oil into the quarts that I used. Just make sure underneath that after you refill the oil, that nothing's leaking under, that nothing has leaked. So I'm going to start the car and I'm going to reset the light. As of right now, the car is completely off. My foot is not on the brake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the start stop one time. As you can tell, that's there. Wait for that to take off. Now what you're going to want to do is hold down this button here. And it says engine oil, so now I'm going to hold it again. Now it says reset. Now I'm going to hold it again. Reset successful. So now that I reset that, now I'm going to turn off the car. And now I can start the car. I'm going to let the engine run just for a few seconds, a few moments, just to check if there's any leaks. After you do your oil change, a good thing to do is to press your trip meter right here. And what that's going to do is going to reset your trip right here down to 0. So you can keep track of when you did your oil change. Alright guys, so I finished my oil change. This is how she looks. This is my first video on my channel, so if you guys would like to like and subscribe, that would be helpful. Let's try to post more on this car. I've had it for about a year, but I haven't made any videos on it. This is how she looks. If you guys want, I could do a mod list and walk around. Just want to show you guys how she looks now. Alright guys, thanks for watching.